All right, so bring yourself down to child's. Allow your knees to widen appropriately for you. Let your head come to rest, whether it's on your hands or the floor or a block, a prop of some sort. And as you are nestled down into your child's pose, I want you to allow your head to relax, your brow to relax, your jaw to kind of slack. Let your shoulders and upper back begin to soften as we bring really kind of our awareness down into the abdominal area. All right, so as you breathe into your belly, try to let go of any of the gripping, right? Try to let the belly not be so hard. More and more and more science behind exercise and moving into abdominals, the more we learn that having a hard abdomen is an unhealthy abdomen. You can have a strong core, you can even have a six-pack, but you must have pliability there. And yoga is a great way to find that. So take a few more breaths here, down into the belly. Good. Very nice, everyone. Good, good, good. And then as you're in your child's pose, just a few more breaths. Just allow yourself now to, as you're moving into the belly, now also think about you're arriving fully into the full practice, right? Allowing all the things around you, right? Your environment, space, the environment inside the space of your body, all those things. Take note of them and just allow them to be a part of your practice. Good. One more deep breath here in your child's pose. Good. And then go ahead and let's come up into our hands and knees. So roll over your knees and come into tabletop, and we'll start to open up the spine and the abdominals through cat and cow. So first, before you start to move, just let your head move around a little side to side, forward and back, and turn your head in a circle shapes, whatever feels good. You can move into the shoulders a little bit here, right? Whatever feels good. A little side to side now, opening up the side ribs. And then we're going to move into cat and cow, the extension and flexion. So as you inhale, we'll drop the belly and lift the chin. And as you exhale, really pull the belly in. So this is core here too, more than spine. Lift your belly. And then as you move through cats and cows, really allow yourself to feel the lift of the belly in your cat pose, right? So it's not just the architecture of your bone structure, but it really is kind of this like gathering in of the abdominal frame, right? A lot of work in a really healthy abdominals and a strong core is work within the psoas and the diaphragm. And they tend to get left out in a lot of different modalities. Good. Just keep going. I used to work in a studio called Reverb. It was an amazing studio. It didn't last very long, unfortunately, here in Charleston. Keep going, a few more. And you really should be picking those abdominals up here, right? It's like a... And I used to teach a class once a week there that was just 50 minutes that was all about this type of abdominal, this core work. It was a good class. Good last one here. So it's nice to bring it back. And I appreciate your interest. All right, so we're going to go ahead and come down to our back now. I want you to walk your knees forward towards your wrists for a moment. So I'm here, I'm kind of nice and tight. And then I'm going to come up onto my fingertips. So you see how I did that? My knees walked up to my wrists. My gaze is down. My belly is in nice and tight. My tailbone is long. I'm going to come up on my fingertips for a moment, and I'm going to push my hips forward. So my hips are pushing forward. A lot of the good work of abdominal work is hollow body work, right? It's hollowing out of the body. And we'll talk a little bit about this idea of elevator action in the body. All right, so take a deep breath here. And then as you exhale, breathe it all the way out. Hold the breath out, and then pull your abdominals in more. And release. So that's going to be an activity. I can't speak and do it at the same time, right? But I want you to take a full breath in and out. Now inhale. Breathe it out all the way. Hold the breath out, but pretend you're trying to suck your breath in. And you feel that? Then let it go. All right, come back down to your seat for a moment. And then we'll do a couple things seated and then come to the back here. All right, so go ahead and come down onto your sit bones and let your knees wide. Notice what shin you have in front of you. Good. This has been a pattern move we've added in a lot during classes this week. I really like it. It's really conducive to core work. So I want you to take a moment here to feel your sit bones on the ground. Can you feel them? Those two knob protrusions, almost like they're the feet of the seat here, right? You feel those, right? You can touch them. So one of the things that you can do to really help the inner workings of your core, your diaphragm, allowing yourself, no prolapse of organs, right? So we have a healthy, strong structure that allows our pelvis, our pelvic dome, that holds everything up, all of our insides, our gut, okay? So the first thing I want you to do is notice those two knobs, and I want you to draw them like if they were two doors, elevator doors, see if you can draw them in together to shut. All right, good, take a breath there. One more, inhale, close them together to shut. Pull the belly in, hold the breath out, and now as you hold the breath out, try to breathe in. And then let it go. Good, relax. So now this is just things we're gonna pepper into the practice, and you're gonna have to practice this. If you're not getting it, this is when you reach out to me. I don't get that, okay? So once again, instead of now the two elevator doors of the sit bones coming in together, we're going to bring the front of the pubic bone and the sacrum. We're going to bring the front and the back body in together like it's closing doors like an elevator. All right, so relax your shoulders, and then you can clear your breath if you'd like, and then all of a sudden the doors begin to shut. But I want you to feel it from the front and the back body. All right, and now take a breath in. Breathe it out. Shut those doors. Keep the breath out. Try to breathe in. Let it go. Good. Now I want you to try to do those all together. So the sit bones close like an elevator. The elevator rises up, right? And then the front and back body, elevator rising up. All right, take a breath to clear. All right. Sit bones close like an elevator. Front and back body close like an elevator. Pull the elevator up with your breath. Breathe out, pull the elevator up. Pull it in. And release. You do that 5 or 6 rounds a few times a week. It's the magic, right? So we'll add that in through some of the practice today. All right, so go ahead and just bring your hands down to your thighs now and press gently down and forward and hug the belly in. Good. And then we're going to take a deep breath in and out. And then softening the hands a little bit, we're going to move around in a circle shape. So we're just going to warm this area up and see what's going on into the back body here. If hands on the legs don't feel very comfortable and you like them on the ground, you can do that. That's totally fine. Good. Spin it around. And you can make this really big. And this is a Kundalini move. Boy, if you've ever been to a Kundalini class, they're really fun and intense. The good ones are hard to find. This has been my experience. Yeah, they really whip around here. It's pretty amazing. All right, 2 more times here. Could be good, and then pause, and then let's rotate it. So I'm not letting my belly really droop forward, but I've got a little softness in it, right? So remember, as we said in the beginning, a hard, kind of like a feeling of gripping in your abdominals is no bueno. It's not good for a lot of reasons. Keep going, it's a few more. It's not good for your central nervous system. It's not good for your digestion, and it's not good for your core. It doesn't even look good. Good. Go around one more time, and then back to the center. All right, arms reach up overhead. Take a deep breath, reach up. All right, so here we're gonna practice. You can practice the elevator moves if you want. Because of time, I'm not gonna talk through that all the time. The words take up a lot of time space, so you can practice that if you like. But I do want you to inhale, exhale, and then suck the belly in. And let it out. Hands go around opposite elbows. Push your elbows and hands together. Now we'll practice that again. You can practice the elevator work, right? Sit bones and pubic bone to sacrum. All right. Otherwise, you can just take a deep breath in as you're pulling your elbows into hands. Exhale it all the way out. When you're empty of breath, hold the breath out, then pull the belly way in and up. Deeper. And relax. Good. Arms reach up overhead. Exhale, lean to the right. Good. Lean into it. Pull the belly in. So the reason that we find that vacuum seal and pull the belly in, what does that do? It lifts your diaphragm up. Good. Come back up and take it to the left. You know, yoga is really, these practices are absolutely about looking and feeling good and confident in your body, feeling ease in your body, knowing your body. But it's from the inside out, my friends. It starts within. Come back up overhead. Nice deep breath. We're going to do that again. This time, let's wrap our shins. Let's move our shins. Try not to use your hands. All right, and then we're going to use opposite forearm in front. If you're not sure, just give it a go. All right, here we are. Find the sit bones. Good. Sit up nice and tall. Find the sit bones, please. They're the feet of the seat. All right, press your elbows into your hands. Inhale through the nose. Elevator work. Breathe it out. Pull the belly in. Deeper. Let it go. It gets a little easier. All right, here we go. One more time. Feel the bind. Push the breath in. Push the breath out. Elevator. It's like you're trying to breathe in, but your vacuum sealed. Let it go. Good. All right, release your hands down. Take a gentle twist to the right. Pull the belly in and up. And come back to the center. All these things that we will practice today are things that you should learn to add into all your daily living and practice it whatever you're doing. Any type of exercise modality, come back to the center now. Good. And then we're going to come down to our back. And you can, so any exercise modality in your entire yoga practice, okay? So come down to your back, pull your knees into your chest and give yourself a nice hug. I mean, you know, I enjoy really good craft beer. I don't get quite as much, I used to run and I don't do that anymore. And so, yeah, I got a little extra flesh on me at 51 and I'm okay with it, but I have a really strong core, my friends, a really, really strong one. All right, so go ahead and walk your shoulders underneath you. And I want you to bring your feet a little bit closer together and your knees closer together. You see a block at the end of my mat. Beginning in June, I really want everyone to have a block because I'm going to use a block in almost every class, especially the core class, because I can teach you a lot more. Beginning in June, have a block. You can go to my website and you can see the ones that I like the best. Just click on them. You can buy whatever you want, but you can see the ones I like that are actually in stock right now. All right, so arms are going to reach up overhead, press your feet into the ground, and then you're going to roll your chin to your chest and lift up. And so we're doing this just to kind of set the spine. So you feel the opening of the spine, the length of it. I kind of have to walk around a little bit in it. Good. We're going to reach the arms back up overhead instead of forward. Good. Keep the chin in, pull the belly in. Pull it in. Good. Then go ahead and lay back down. Now you've lengthened out your spine. Bring your hands behind your head, the elbows nice and wide. You can interlace the fingers or just have them on top of each other. Good. So here's the movement. So we're going to take a deep breath into the nose. We're going to exhale and lift up. Good. Lift as high as you can. And then we're going to inhale. And then we're going to extend our feet up. Good. And so pause here. You can have your feet lower if you want to. It's completely up to you. But don't let your low back lift off the ground here. All right. So then we'll bring the knees into the chest. The feet will go down slow and the head will come down. Good. Here we go. Inhale. Exhale, lift up. Inhale. Exhale, feet lift. Pause. Good. Feet come down. Lift up higher. Head comes down. So we're going to do this about 15 times. And don't take it fast, but you don't have to wait for me. Okay? All right. Inhale. Exhale, lift up. Exhale, lift the feet. Pause. Feet come down. Lift higher. Bring it down. Keep going. Feet down. Lift higher. Bring it down. So the exhale is what gives you the charge to lift, right? Breathe that breath all the way out. Feet down, lift higher. Bring it down. Keep going. Focus on the exhale. You can create the vacuum, that's fine. Keep going, you're doing great. If it's too much on your back, you can always keep the knees bent the whole time, or you could do one leg at a time. Don't get sloppy. Why? Because you don't want to hurt your back. You want to be feel the feels of the core, right? For days afterwards, the core can take it. It wants it. But you don't want to feel in your low back, right? I don't want you to blame me. Keep going. I'm kind of counting here, so don't worry about it. I got you. Clear your breath when you need to. Reset if you need to. Good. So this is the slow burn I was talking about in the Facebook page, right? We'll move around. We got plenty of time. Good. Keep going. We have like 5 more. If you've done more faster, then lucky you, you get to do more. Lift up. Good. Smile within. It makes you feel better. Good. Do these a few times a week. You'll really be able to see some things change in your core. If you want to lose, you know, belly, extra belly skin, then it's diet. It's not really exercise. You're happy with a little bit of cush, a little flesh. Just still make sure your core is functioning well. Last one. Lift up and bring it down. Beautiful. Pull your knees into your chest, everybody. Give yourself a well-deserved hug. Good. Bring your feet back down to the ground at hips distance wide or a little wider. Walk your shoulders underneath you. We'll move through bridge. So lengthen the tailbone and lift the hips up. Walk your shoulders underneath you. Keep your chin up, please. Don't turn towards the camera. It's on your side. We'll take a deep breath in. Exhale. Good. Stay with it. So part of your core too is this posterior chain. That's really important to keep your posture looking good, looking pretty, feeling strong as you age. Good. Stay with it. Good. A couple more. Nice long neck. So don't use your shoulders as earrings here. Good. One more breath. And then articulate your spine. So I want you to tuck the tail even more. Tuck, big time. Front of the body comes to the back body and then lay it down gently. Push the low back down. Move your shins from side to side. Good. We're going to come back to that in just a moment, but we're going to float around a little bit. All right. 2 more on each side. Swish, swish. Good. All right. Pull the knees into your chest. And bring your hands to the backs of the knees, and you're going to roll forward and back. Let your toes tap. And then you'll roll back. And toes will tap. Pause. Lift your chest here. Roll back. Toes tap. Lift the chest. Roll back. Tap the toes. Lift the chest. One more. Roll back. Tap the toes. Lift the chest. Roll back. Tap the toes. Pause. Sit up high on the sit bones. Good. Let your legs lift up. So you can keep the legs lifting here. You can use your hands or not, but I want you to be up on the sit bones. You could bend the knees if you want to, especially if you're feeling it comes ding up into the hip flexors. Good. Take a deep breath here. My hands are underneath my legs, but they're not holding my legs. They're just supporting so I can lengthen out from my sit bones. One more breath. Good. Cross over at your ankles. Reach your arms forward. Good. Take a breath. 3, 2, 1. Uncross. Cross the opposite leg. 3, 2, 1. Cross at the ankles. Make your way to downward dog. I fix this ridiculous hair. Downward dog. Good. All right. So from downward dog, come high up on your tippy toes, please. Exhale, heels down. Roll forward to plank. Good. And from your plank, lower your knees down. So my knees are way back behind my hips here. And I'm going to pull my belly in and sink my hips to the floor. Belly is in tight. Calves are engaged. Make sure you got your hands where you want them so they feel really supported. Lift your chest. Take one more breath. Good. And then pull your belly in tight to lift your hips up. Good. Downward facing dog. Good. Inhale high on the toes. Exhale, heels down. Good. Let's go ahead and walk forward to the top of the mat. And once you get there, inhale and halfway lift. Then exhale and fold. Good. Drop the weight of your head down. Move around a little bit. Good. One more cycle of breath. Good. Inhale, halfway lift. Step your right fingertips forward. You can have it on a block if you have it. One of my favorite tools. You need to get one. And then you're going to let your left arm either come to your low back, pulling the belly in. See that? It's not like a sag or hang. Or you can let the arm reach up. Look down at the floor, and I want you to bring your mindset into the low belly, into the behind navel, and then lift the navel up. Find your breath, though. All right, bring it all the way back down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Left fingertips step forward. Right hand comes to the low back and reaches straight up. Pull the belly in, lengthen the tailbone. Good. Think about behind the navel. Lift it up, lift it up. Good. Press into that left foot. One more. And exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Breathe out, fold. And inhale, come all the way to rise. Reach up, big breath. Reach up, reach up, reach up. So when you're reaching up, think about the parts of like pubic bone to sacrum, front ribs to back ribs, nice and long. Right, as your posture work, core work. Good. And then exhale, hands to your heart. Good. So within our core sequence, I always like to add these more dynamic side movements, right? Our side stretch that we come to a lot in yoga. All right, so roll the shoulders a few times. Inhale, arms reach up overhead, nice deep breath. Press down into your feet, lift your quads. So whole body really strong here. Good. Lean over to the right. Good. Let your right arm come out to the side. I want you to bring your left hand to the back of your head. So begin to draw your gaze down at the right hand or the floor on the right side. Good. Now pull your belly in even more and push your right hip more forward. Pull your belly in tight. All right, so breathe in, breathe out. Hold the breath out and pull the belly in. Good. Do it one more time. Good. Inhale, bring it up. Inhale. Exhale, hands to heart. So if you get to a place where holding your breath out and trying to breathe in makes you feel claustrophobic or something, practice pause. Practice pause. Okay? Inhale, arms reach up overhead. That's why we call it a practice. It's such a gift, right? All right, squeeze it in, everything. Lift the quads, squeeze the butt. Oh, good, good, good. Lean to the left. All right. Left hand's gonna go out to the side, right hand's gonna go behind the head. Just not to hold the head up, just to anchor in a little bit, help your lats move a little bit more connected. And then as we push our hip to the right, you pull the belly in, you look over to the left. You can look at the left hand or the side of the floor on the left. Good. Try not to be, so you really can tell if you're in any kind of rotation or twist here. Good. Move a little deeper. My head is kind of gently pushing into my hand. Good. All right, so I'm going to pull the breath in, pull the breath out, hold it out, and suck it in. You do one more time or not? Good. All right, inhale, bring it up. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, breathe out, hands to heart. And clear your breath. You're doing great. You're doing great. Good. All right, so from the top of our mat, roll your shoulders forward and back. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, chair. Good. So drop in, pull the belly in. So absolutely quads, and you know we work quads a lot in the core class because it's all connected. But if you can really use this to think about that whole idea of sit bones drawing together, you can feel it here. Sit bones drawing together like elevator doors, and then pubic bone to sacrum or pubic bone to tailbone, right? Either one you can connect to more, drawing in together. Pubic bone to tailbone feels a little bit more maybe interior, which could be nice. But I want you to practice that in this chair. And then you can practice your breath if you'd like. Inhale, stand up. Exhale, hands to heart. So we're going to do this several times. You can always pause. This is your practice, but I do want you to practice. All right? All right, so here we go. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, chair. Find the cues. Find the bones to find the abdominal structure. Practice your breath if you'd like. When you're ready, the inhale lets you stand up. Lift up. Exhale, chair. You can drop deeper. So you find your pattern that works. You know the things. When you're ready, the inhale lifts you up. You have two more. Work deep, my friends. That's where the payoff is. Hands to heart. Exhale. Inhale, arms reach up. Breathe out, swan dive down. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands come down, step back to plank. Inhale and plank. Exhale, bring it halfway down. If you want to drop your knees, you will. Inhale, open your chest. Exhale, downward dog. What picks your hips up, what hikes you up is your belly. All right, take a breath. Good, step forward. Breathe out, fold. Inhale, come to rise. We're going to do 3 cycles like that. Hands to heart. Here we go. This will be number 1. Inhale, out and up. Breathe out, fold. Don't lose your connection to core. Inhale. Exhale, hands down, plank. Halfway down. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, hike it up. Hike it up. Hips lift up. Stepping forward as a breath in. You can always move faster than me, right? This is your practice. Inhale up. Exhale, swan dive down. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, hands down, plank. Inhale at the top. Exhale, carry it down. Inhale, open your chest. Exhale, hike it up. Good. Step it forward. Breathe and stand up. Breathe out, swan dive down. Halfway lift, inhale. Hands come down, plank. Roll forward, halfway down. Inhale, open your heart. Exhale, hike it up. Good. Take a breath in down dog. Pull your belly in. Press the ground away. Good. Roll forward to plank. Good. And then we're going to bring ourselves down to our forearms. So walk yourself down to forearms. Push your toes back and let your heels come over your toes. Down to the ground. Can you find that breath work here? Good. Lower the knees down. Find Sphinx. Walk your elbows slightly forward. Hands could be up. Bring down, and I just check the clock for us. So there's a nice way of effort and then some stretching. Right? So you can recollect and go back to the work really well. So one more cycle of breath. Your pubic bone pressing. And then back to downward facing dog. You can always push straight through plank or half plank or push through child's. Good job, everyone. You're doing great. I see you. See your names. No one's left. Move your head around. All right, so 3 cycles of that movement to prepare us for the next thing. Roll forward to plank. Take a breath. Walk yourself down to forearms. Use your belly to do it. Push the toes back, heels are over the toes. Use your breath. Bring it down. So you can always move into seal, right? Something a little larger so the arms are straight. One more breath. Good. Make your way back to downward facing dog. So as you're moving through this, think less about looking at the camera and more about listening to your internal, your breath, All right? From your downward dog, roll forward to plank, like an ocean wave. Come down to your forearms. Slowly. Belly stays in when you do that. Don't let it go. Pubic bone to tailbone. Bring it down. Good. Lift your chest your way. Downward facing dog. Downward dog. Taking a peek at you. Find your downward dog. Roll forward to plank. You can do it. Walk it down to forearms like a dolphin plank. Find your breath. Bring it down. Good. Sphinx or seal. Big breath in and out. Good. So we've done this before, this cycle. I find it really effective for the core. And really, good for everyone. If you have a low back issue or you're weak in your core, so you have a low back issue, if you have someone in your life that you want to help, this is a great way for them to strengthen their core and help their low back because you've got the ground underneath you. So I'm going to walk my elbows slightly back, but I'm not compressed, right? I've got a nice open chest here. And then I'm going to turn my toes under one at a time and walk my legs back a little bit and keep my toes turned under. So remember how we were in that dolphin plank or forearm plank, whatever you want to call it. Heels are over toes. It really keeps you very grounded. It's like that, 90-degree angle truth. All right, so I'm going to press down. Have your hands however you like it, fist or one fist or flat palms. And then I'm going to start to walk my front ribs in. Good. So I'm pushing my forearms in, and I am pulling my belly up. So my belly is not really on the ground. I have even my navel off the ground. You see my navel's off the ground. And then take a breath in, breathe it out, and now suck it in. And let it go. Relax your toes. Look up. Clear the breath. All right, so let's do that 3 times. And you can make it bigger and larger. So this is where really your practice is alignment based to you. If there's anything that I can teach you, is that to let yoga be for your structure. You may have to walk your elbows further back, whatever works for you. So I'm going to turn my toes under. You can already begin if you want. I'm going to look down at the floor. The exhale is what makes me rise. And this one, I'm going to go even higher. So I've really got myself off the ground. Good. So there's this kind of sensation that my elbows are moving away from each other, but they're stuck. And then my elbows and knees are coming towards each other. And now extend your sternum a bit. And bring it down. Good. Take a breath. Sphinx your seal. Good. So you can keep the knees down, or you can use this to get back into that forearm plank. Notice what feels more intense for you. Sometimes having the knees on the ground, kind of using that other than just toes to contract, is better. Use your exhale to rise. And you only go as far as it feels connected. Front body to back body. Find the breath. Good. Relax. You have one more. Take a breath in and out. Good. Use your exhale to rise. Make this your best one. And what is your best one? The one that makes you feel the most connected. Connected. Good. Bring it all the way down. When you come down, let your arms come out to the side and cactus shape. Let your chin come down. Bend your knees and move your shin side to side. Good. And then our right hand's going to come under our shoulder, and we're going to push ourselves over to the left to help us relax and open up that left shoulder joint. Nice deep breaths here. One more. Come back to the center, right elbow goes out to the side, push yourself over to the right. Let your legs just take whatever shape that feels undistracting to the shoulder stretch, okay? Good. Belly's in. One more breath. Come back to the center. Good. All right, so bend your knees. And we're going to bring our hands to our feet. If you can't get your feet, then just bring your hands together behind your back. All right, so I'm going to keep my thighs and my pubic bone pressed to the ground here. I'm not going to completely lift up. You can have your hands facing out or facing into each other. Push your pubic bone down so your knees kind of lift up here. Now you're going to push your feet into your hands. I'm not going to lift my toes up. I'm keeping my thighs glued to the ground as best as I can. Pubic bone. Now lift your belly a little bit. So, you know, back bending is so much more beautiful and expressive and comfortable when your core is strong. You've got, but you're not hard. Your psoas isn't on fire. Good. Now spill forward into your belly now, lifting the toes. Go down into your face. Take a breath. One more. Good. And then release it down. Let your hands come under your shoulders. Feet relax. Hips to heels for child. Good. Pipe the hips back. Lean back. Child's pose. Take a breath in and out, friends. Good. I always have to remind myself I don't have to get all my tools and tricks in one class. I look at the clock, I'm like, damn it, I want to do this and this, and we'll do it next week, and the week after. All right, from your child, make your way to downward facing dog. Let's shake it off a little bit, and then we're going to come back to our back, all right? Inhale high on your toes, breathe in. Exhale, heels go down. Right leg reaches up and back. Good. Push it up. Good. And then roll forward. Bring the knee up into the chest. Roll forward. Inhale. Reach it up and back. Exhale. Roll forward. Up and back. Use your breath here. And you can use that pause when you breathe out to suck the belly in. That's the thing we've been practicing, right? One more. Good. Now reach it up and back. Exhale. Right foot steps forward. Good. Back heel touches the mat. Warrior two. Good. Reverse your warrior. Pull the belly in. Remember that? Good. Right hand comes to the forearm or to the floor. And the left arm's going to reach over the ear for extended side angle. Good. Nice deep breath. Good. Look down at the floor. Bring both hands down to the floor. You can move through vinyasa here, or you can just move back to downward dog. From downward dog, left leg rises up. Push the heel back. Don't roll the hip open. Push. Exhale, roll forward, cheetah. Inhale, sweep it up and back. Exhale. Find the pause where you suck the breath of the belly up. Keep going. Sometimes I have to walk my feet up a little bit from down dog because I feel too splayed out. So that's like Me connecting with my structure in the pose. You should always do the same. One more. Reach it up. Exhale forward. Step it forward. Back heel comes to the mat. Warrior two. Good. Find your core, sink your hips. Reverse. Sink your hips, core. Left arm to the top of the thigh, or fingers down. Right arm over the ear. Extended side angle. Find your core. How can you find pubic bone to tailbone here? Look down at the floor, right hand goes down, left hand goes down, pause, step back to plank. You can vinyasa one more time if you want. We all meet in downward dog. We walk our feet forward until we get to about a footprint away from our wrists. Take a breath, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Turn the heels in, the toes out, and drop down into your squat. Find your core here. All right, so before we come down to our back in our practice, just 2 times, all we have time for today. Elevator sit bones. Ready? Pubic bone to tailbone, elevator. Rise it up. Breathe out. Suck it in. Relax. One more time. Ready? Do it. Rise the elevator. Nice job. All right, so come down to your back. Once you're on your back, pull your knees to your chest and spin around a little bit. And just a couple minutes left of our 50-minute practice. All right. We'll save for next week the stuff I was going to do for your posterior chain. Okay, we can look forward to that. All right, so gaze is up, shoulders relax, knees drop to the right. When your knees drop to the right, let them come to the floor for a moment and find your breath. Keep your feet up off the ground. Good. And now take your bottom knee and push it up into your left knee. If that pulls too much on your back because your core is not strong enough, keep your right knee down, but hug the belly in. Good. Or you can go a little higher if that's too much. Use your right leg to push against the left. Pull the belly in tight. And drop it to the floor. Relax. Take a breath in. Clear the breath. Good. All right, bring it back to the center. Stir it around a little bit. And the knees drop to the left. You can let your legs come down to the ground. Just helps you set your spine. So you've got something going on there. You honor that. Okay? My feet are up off the ground though, so my knees can come heavy. Get yourself set. Pull the belly in. And then push the left knee into the right knee. Pull the belly in. Vacuum. And relax. Good. Take a deep breath in and out. Come back to the center. Pull your knees into your chest. Pull your knees wide. Take your peace fingers and grab your big toes. If you can't get your big toes, then just grab what you can grab. Try to bring your heels together to touch. If they don't touch, it's okay. So my feet are wide and my heels are in together. I'm going to push my toes into my hands, into my peace fingers. You're pushing into the bind. You're going to pull your chin into your chest and you're going to lift up. Good. Just take a deep breath here. Hold the breath out. Suck it in. And now bring it down. Extend your feet up towards the ceiling. If you can keep your big toes, you will. If not, hands go to the backs of the legs. Pull in. Take a breath. And then slowly lower them down. And you can come into Baddha Konasana if you like, with the feet together and the knees wide, or you could just have your legs long. Just set yourself up into your nice Shavasana shape. Swallow to relax the muscles of your throat and to moisten. Let your head move from side to side. Good. Take a moment here to find your pause. To find your pause. To breathe down into your belly and let yourself come into the softness of the belly. It's a beautiful thing. I find, for whatever reason, and there's many of them, that it seems that our Western culture just wants to be harder and harder and harder. Harder in the way we look, like we're made of steel or iron, especially women. Harder in the way that we judge others. Harder in the way that we speak to ourselves. Just let yourself start with your belly and allow yourself some soft. It can feel more vulnerable in the beginning, but that is where your strength lies. Find your breath. Let's see this. Stay as long as you can in your Shavasana. You should. Or you can stretch your arms overhead and take a deeper breath and bring yourself back to the awareness of where you are. Thank you all so much for sharing your practice and your time today. The Light in Me season honors the light in each of you. If you have any questions, absolutely, you can send those to me. I'm going to turn the recording off now. Thank you so much for being here. Namaste.